So I do see you getting really busy. However, I do see you needing help.
I can't keep going the way I've been going.
Yeah.
It would threaten my growth if I weren't able to accept help. It's difficult for me to trust people.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Porsche.
I'm Annahstasia.
Nice to meet you again.
Again, nice to see you again. We know each other.
I know. Would you like spiritual or romantic?
I think the wise answer is spiritual.
Okay, bet. Say your prayer. Don't let me hear it. Let me know when you're finished, and we'll start. Olodumare Ori Egun, what does Annahstasia Inuke needs to hear in regards to her spiritual life? Olodumare Ori Egun reveal to me what I need to know in regards to her spiritual life. Annahstasia Inuke. Past, present, and future of Annahstasia. This is your past. This is present day. Future. So what we have here is a past, present, and future spread of your spiritual self. For your past, your reading started off as the King of Cups. And I love this card because the King of Cups is someone who is emotionally full, someone who's very talented. So when the King of Cups comes about, it talks about like allowing your emotions to be the driving force of your creativity. And what this card is paired with is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is the big bang. It's the first spark of inspiration. So whenever you see the Ace of Wands or aces in general in tarot, this talks about a new beginning, right? So this wand is beginning to sprout because it's saying that throughout your emotions, throughout these bursts of like feelings that you can have, whatever you create has room to turn into something that's like really big for you. So why do you think Spirit brought up this energy to you first?
This is definitely where I've been coming from. I think the last 3 years have been a creatively abundant place, and there was a very big like Ace of Wands moment 3 years ago when I recorded my EP because I did it in a way I'd never done before. I took control of the entire situation. I did it without a label, without a manager, without any help, with my stimulus check and a dream.
The
stimmy, you know, so it really helped a lot of us. And I've seen my whole life has changed since then, and it was all from like that moment, that seed. So it feels correct.
When I move over into present day, you have two major arcana cards here. So this represents the major energies of what's happening right now in your life. Now you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower reversed. Whereas the Wheel of Fortune upright talks about turning points of your life, things moving over into its next phase. There's something that kind of has you in between the future and right now. There's something that's kind of, I hate using the word blockage, but it's coming about as things that need to be released or let go of or changed in order for you to move over to that next phase.
Yeah, I just came out of such a crazy last 3 years. So much happened, and now I'm looking to this next phase. It feels very different. And I'm also in my late 20s, and like a lot of life is starting to feel very real.
Right.
You're like, shit, I'm an adult now. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean for me?
Right.
I'm already a ambitious and future forward person, but having a bit more of a plan and discipline around certain planning aspects, finances,
Right.
like the things that aren't necessarily fun, but you can't really leave up to chance, that require
Right.
planning.
And I believe that's what the imagery of the tower is trying to say. Right now is about a real foundation, because you've built a lot for yourself, and that's what the tower says, but what's underneath it can make things still feel shaky, even though you have so much. And that foundation is what's going to be able to help get you to more solid grounds in your future as well.
As an artist, it's hard because we don't make income regularly, like on a monthly basis. So like financial planning has always been hard as a freelance artist. You'll make a bunch of money all at once, then you have to make it last for 6 months sometimes. And like by then you have debt and you gotta, so it's hard. And the big major question in my present is like, how can I maintain my freedom as an artist and as a creative and as a person who lives outside of regular systems of work and income and have that stability that allows me to plan for the more tangible things.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
So for your future, we have the Magician reverse and the 10 of Wands in its reverse position. So I do see you getting really busy in your future. However, I do see you needing help. So I know you said in the past, like you were able to launch this whole project and things by yourself. It seems like you need more hands in the future, but more trusted hands as well. So the Magician comes about as someone who's a manifester. They're able to use all their tools in the right ways. He has every tool in the tarot deck on his table, the cup, the pentacle, the wand, the sword. But when this card shows up reverse, it's like all of the resources. It's like you may be missing something. There's something around you or maybe someone that can help you. Because when the 10 of Wands pops up, it represents like you feeling burnt out. So I think it's a good thing that you're busy, but I don't like the feeling of like, I have too much on my plate. So it's telling you to allow help for yourself in the future as well.
Yeah, I can't keep going the way I've been going.
Yeah.
And still grow.
Right.
I would threaten my growth if I weren't able to accept help. It's just about who and what is the right help.
Exactly.
As trust comes difficult. It's difficult for me to trust people.
That's why I felt the need to say trusted.
There's like snakes in the grass.
Right.
Like, you can't trust anybody.
You really can't.
And I don't like to put people through trials just to like, that's a whole other job. Like, what do you mean I gotta test you? Like, Mama Zeroni over here.
I can't. So for the next 3 cards, with the 2 of Wands here, like you said before, there's a lot of planning and routining and things that need to be put in place. Are you thinking about traveling?
I mean, I'm a touring musician. So yeah, I'll be in my suitcase.
The issue is that I see within the traveling is they need to be helping with the financial part of that, because the 5 of Pentacles is here.
It's a tricky thing. Like we have a whole separate video on how the touring industry is super unethical and like not fair to independent musicians.
Right.
But it's like touring is our main source of income, but at the same time, when you're starting up and you're selling venues that are 150 to 300 person capacity, you're not making enough money to break even. Or maybe you're making enough money to break even, but that's it. You come home with like nothing to show for it. And like I toured all last year and I came back home like thousands of dollars in debt.
Damn.
And it's like I worked all year and I come home to rest for the holidays. I have no money to show for it because all the money I made went right back into being able to travel and tour. And it's like, it is exactly this scenario. It's like the world is in your hands, but like it doesn't really offer you anything but adventure.
You don't have to do something you don't want to do. Like there's other things that you're talented for, you know? It goes back to your past, and the past, present, and future readings are important because we can always go back to this and know that everything that you create has the room to grow. So you don't just have to rely on this. It can be your main focus, but there's other areas of your life that can expand to give you more cushion along the way, and that's how you build that foundation.
What is that?
Well, what do you like to do?
I like to do a lot of things. Too many things. But they all take time.
You gotta be good, bro.
I told you that's what it was going to be.
Because the first card out is the Empress, and this is all about, like, you give birth to many things. You're showing up as the mother of the tarot deck. And the Empress is ruled by Venus, so it's the planet that rules over art, over money, over beauty, everything you already have. So the Empress is just like a sign that the things that you give birth to is what's going to continuously just keep feeding you. But you have to be the one to decide where you spend that time, because the Two of Swords comes about as decision making. So it says sometimes you feel like you're at a crossroads, but it's up to you to take the blindfolds off, weigh your pros and your cons, evaluate what does that time spent mean to you, and make your decision on how you would move. Next card you have is the Page of Wands in its reverse position. Your curiosity will definitely take you very far in life. So even if you feel like you have found certain things that you have been doing for a very long time, there could be even other things that you're great at that you don't even know yet. So that's another message behind the Page of Wands in its reverse position. So remain curious towards everything that you can make for yourself in this life. At the back of the deck, you have the Four of Wands, and this is the card of a foundation, because 4 is about foundation, security, stability, and it's revealing itself, it's showing itself as a happy home here. So whatever structure that you're trying to build for yourself is going to make way. And it's funny because it's like you already do that.
Yeah, just keep going. Keep trucking. Just keep shoveling the snow.
Literally.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Good job. That's great.